Hi everybody, and thank you for joining me in this short video presentation regarding ECG exercise number 13. I hope you will enjoy it and join me in my future short video presentations. So the ECG belongs to a 45-year-old man who complained from frequent episodes of palpitation. In the next slide, we will see the ECG together. The ECG shows a wide complex tachycardia with right bundle branch block pattern morphology. So the differential diagnosis could be a supraventricular tachycardia with aberrant conduction or ventricular tachycardia. When we look at the V1, we see the QR pattern. Therefore, the diagnosis of VT is the most possible diagnosis. Now, in the differential diagnosis, we have a papillary muscle VT and also fascicular VT. And based on the findings in the ECG, we can differentiate these two VTs from each other. So, in our case, we have two findings which are in favor of papillary muscle VT. First, the QRS duration is more than 130 milliseconds. And second, in papillary muscle VT, the first R or R wave in V1 is usually larger than the R prime or the second R wave. However, in fascicular VT, we see that the second R or R prime is larger than the first one. In addition, in fascicular VT, we can see the Q wave in AVL or 1 because the ventricular tachycardia originates from the septum, but in papillary muscle VT, we don't see this finding. Therefore, based on the QRS morphology in V1 and also the QRS duration, we can confirm the diagnosis of papillary muscle VT. Here we can see some additional examples of fascicular VT and papillary muscle VT and how we can differentiate them. First, the QRS duration helps us to differentiate these two types of VT. In addition, the morphology of the V1 especially helps us to differentiate papillary muscle from fascicular VT. In case of fascicular VT, usually the R prime is larger than R wave in V1, but in papillary muscle VTs, the R is larger than R prime. In addition to QRS duration and QRS morphology, we can use some intracardial signals to differentiate these VTs from each other. In case of fascicular VT, we have a very fast conduction from the ventricular activity to the right bundle signal, and therefore, if this measurement is less than 36 milliseconds, then this is in favor of fascicular VT. In case of papillary muscle VT, the conduction to the fascicle and to the right bundle takes longer, and therefore, the VA to right bundle branch potential is longer than 36 milliseconds. At the end, I hope you enjoyed this short video presentation, and I would like to invite you joining me here in future ECG exercises.